It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll see Jordan Love. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Commanders and the Jets, and it's all up next.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin. He's Charles Davis. Full disclosure, we both have mittens. We both have coats on up here in the booth. This one, it's going to be interesting.
I've got the long johns, the socks, the boots, you name it. You know me and cold weather, we don't get along all that well. But these games are always interesting because you never know how it's going to play out. One slip, someone's going for 80 yards, and you could lose a game.
Happy Christmas Eve to all. What a good one we have in store as we are underway here in Week 16. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by the former Oregon Duck in his 9th NFL season now, Marcus Mariota.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that. But he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And he'll have a Jets first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. The Jets in trouble to start play, 6 and 8 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Robinson up the middle. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. I'll check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 18 carries, 106 yardage-wise, and the score as well.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
And 3 yards there takes them to the 45. When you look at this defense, they come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground. And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Harris running straight ahead. Down to about the 45. Well, this defense for the Commanders, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield. And all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
will follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing, Mariota. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Never ideal conditions in the snow for a kicker, but the first test on the opening drive, he passed it.
He certainly did. You know what the unit told me was their biggest issue playing in the snow? You just worry about something getting in your eye as the ball is snapped, and then you might miss it, and there goes 3 points off the board.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they'll be led out by a former first-rounder in his fourth year now out of Utah State, Jordan Love.
I know teams always talk about having a 24-hour rule after a game, and eventually we end up rolling our eyes. But it works both ways, right? 24 hours if you win, 24 if you lose. But, boy, it's a fun 24 when you win the game. And you win NFC Offensive Player of the Week, isn't it?
Absolutely. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The numbers last week for Mitchell. 22 carries, 105 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Mitchell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. When you talk about this Jets defense, this unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game, because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air. That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On the return, here's Agnew. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Mariota. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Mariota. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
This is taken at the 18. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Love. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Love. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 43 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards. Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Robinson with another carry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mariota. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit out back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And it's taken in at the 9. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Room past the 35. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. They run over center with Mitchell. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Love from the gun. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. To throw now. Here's Love. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Quiddy Pay in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Agnew now to return. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Jets will take over. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling play?
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Baron Browning drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Ball start. Offense.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Another run with Mitchell. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On the handoff, Mitchell. Trayvon Walker makes the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. It's complete to Drake. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Love. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Mo Alley-Cox, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. He's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 72 yards rushing for it here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Jordan Love and the rest of the offense heading back out there. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Love now. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing. Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Again, it's Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, Paul. That is a rare completion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field. Now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. Mariota now after the fumble recovery. Eluding the pressure right. Mariota so nimble, sliding to the ground with a first down. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Mariota. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 2nd and 5. Mariota to throw it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. The Commanders' defense holds, and that'll bring up 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Washington going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Play action this time with Love. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, Love. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. The big story thus far has really been the snow. It's made footing treacherous, and if the forecast holds, it's only going to get worse. But I can tell you as a fan, these are the games you love to watch.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. A give here to Mitchell. Oh, good move. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Play fake. Here's Love. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 1st and 10, Love. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. That was a third and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Love. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. The Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 1-point game. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far. And they come away with nothing.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
First down, Mariota. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Second down and a run by Robinson. Dashing through the snow. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1 now from the 21. Option play. Here's Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup. First down. Mariota going to run the option right. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
Love now to pass on first down. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down. Here's Love. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. A run with Mitchell. And able to get this to the 31.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Now Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this, and Mike.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units. And they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 133 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Mariota. Over the middle, complete. That's Osborne. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A third down pickup of 5. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Jordan Love ready on first down here. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 1. On the ground is Mitchell. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
This is second and 8. Working out of the gun. Love. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Love, they go play action now. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And this is caught. Jennings. Touchdown, Washington. Juwan Jennings. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Mariota's throw here into the hands of Moore. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing is Mariota. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On the draw, Robinson. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Mariota. Setting up the screen, Harris. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Able to shake, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Anthony Jennings from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your...
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up. Wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll go again with Kelly. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You take in charge.
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action. Love to throw. A throw to the flat for Carter. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they're run like backs, and they take a lot of coverage. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, and their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And a catch made by Johnson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. To throw is Mariota. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, He's got second and third down to fall back on.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Here's Mariota. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
They'll throw again. Mariota. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Throwing, Mariota. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. This offense so far on third down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Here it is, 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Robinson. Muscles him off. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they get 4 there on 4th and inches. Here's Mariota. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Where will the pressure come from? 4th and 6 now. Mariota. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. So they've converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Love. And this is going to be incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up the screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal
is to throw that timing off.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And out will come the offense as they take over. Mariota sets to lead this offense. Down 21-13, a minute 7 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10. To throw, Mariota. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Osborne. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Now Mariota. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue. That's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So a victory here for the Commanders. And despite the cold, despite the snow, this one was fun to watch, and I want to thank you for bringing 2 things, the space heater and the hot chocolate. Those were a big help for us here in the booth.
Yeah, just so you know, in the future, get your own space heater. Okay, I'm an only child. I don't share very often. But this had to bring out, like, the 12-year-old in us, didn't it? I mean, to be able to watch this, and let's face it, when you were that age, you didn't come inside until mom screamed, "Get inside now, young man," because you wanted to be out there just having a good time, and actually you almost forgot just how cold it was. I'm sure these guys didn't, but they ended up playing just like those 12-year-olds and getting it done.
So for Washington, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.